This is Water Elemental here, and it looks like we're going to be spectating some League of Legends. I'm going to be shoutcasting throughout. Up top, it looks like the blue team has a lot of very AP-heavy champions with Vladimir, Alistair, Orianna, and Leona, but having their only AD being Graves might be a good thing. On the bottom team, we do have Karthus, Shaco. Oh, and it looks like we're jumping right into the action here. It is 1-2 on the purple side, and purple team is already farmed up a bit more because of those 2 kills. It looks like Karthus and Orianna are going to be duking out in the middle here, and Swain's going to be solo top. Very, very interesting. Usually Swain is in the middle, but since they have this Karthus, I think he's going to be more reliable as the solo top against the Vladimir. Now it looks like Alistair is going to be their jungler for this game, and he looks like he has a good amount of farm. He already has his boots and his potion. It looks like we got Tarek and Corki on the bottom lane against the Graves and Leona. Now it looks like the purple team is being more defensive, while the top team is going to be a bit more aggressive. The blue team having that Graves, able to pick things off a bit faster than that Corki. But it looks like they might be able to hold that tower a bit better. On the purple team, we do have Shaco jungling for them, and it looks like it is working out quite well. Shaco does have 1 kill, and Swain has the other, with Tarek dying on the purple team with the assist, so it looks like it was a 2-for-1 fight. Check up here on the 2 casters up top. Looks like Swain is being a bit more defensive. Looks like he's going to try to last hit a bit more. Not getting off the stun, and it looks like he is going to try to engage Vladimir. Well, Vladimir's engaging Swain. Swain's just going to back up a bit. There, he's going to go back up to tower, it looks like, from the minimap. Now, Alistair's hiding the bush. I don't know if the enemy team did see him or not, but it could turn out for the worse. Now, Tarek is going in for the assault. It looks like they did not expect the Alistair to be there. They do pick off the Graves, but it looks like Corki is going to be taken out. So it was a 1-for-1. Good play by the bottom lane. And it looks like, with the help of Shaco and Karthus, they do pick up the Vladimir kill up top. Now, Shaco looks like he is going to try to counter jungle just to be sure on that Alistair, but he might not be able to get anything. He also looks like he just is going to change his mind and is going to try to harass against this Orianna in bottom. A lot of pinging going on one team here, telling to back off, but I'm not so sure which team. Looks like they are going to go against the Orianna. Orianna did not get the debuff from the Wall of Pain, and Alistair's going to come here, pick up the Karthus, and it looks like Shaco's going to try to escape the best he can. But he is going to try to take out the Alistair, which he... Will he get it? No, looks like he's not going to commit, but having the dummy try to deal as much damage, get that final blow off as he can. He did get him very weak, but it looks like... Yeah, he's just going to back off on that situation. Maybe someone's going to come and help him, but most likely no. Tarek's going to go in for the stun, and Corki's going to be putting in his missile. Can they pick him off here? Looks like he's able to flash away barely and stay under the turret for safekeeping. And purple team does have a ward up there just in case Alistair does pop up again in that bush unexpectedly. Very, very close game on this one. Their farm is almost identical. Blue team is almost caught up on kills. And it looks like bottom lane is definitely changing hands. The purple team being more offensive than the blue team now. Shaco's basing here on this one. Looks like Alistair's going to go up top trying to get the blue buff, while Orianna is going to go after Karthus again. Getting a bit of free farm there outside of the turret. Looks like there is going to be some conflict up here. Swain's going to pop his ultimate and farm up. Very good play on Swain's part, letting as much creep as he possibly can around him for the maximum amount of health he could in the middle of that fight, while Vladimir is a single target character that gets a lot of health. And it looks like he is going to go for the kill. Can Swain do it? Oh, Vladimir barely flashes away, but does the ignite get him off? Looks like Vladimir is barely able to get out of there with only 23 health to spare. Very, very close on that part, but Swain is going to be able to free farm. We got Corki and Tarek bottom here. They're still very aggressive now, turning this game around. Looks like they're going to try to go for the turret as much as possible. Taunting them with laughs, it looks like. Very interesting on that part, trying to get at their side. Sometimes this works, sometimes it doesn't, but Tarek's taunt is very, very good at pissing some people off.
They are truly, truly Truly outrageous.
Looks like they're gonna try to harass. It looks like Shaco is up top middle here, going against Oriana. Looks like he is getting his butt whooped. Gonna back it off here, not trying to steal any farm from Karthus. Might be a good play in the end. You do have Vladimir hugging the tower against this Swain now because Swain did have the advantage last time. Swain's going to be hiding up here. It looks like he might be wrapping around this corner here. Oh, looks like he is going to be placing a ward instead. Good play on his part. Does he get the snare off? He does get the snare off, but he does sanguine kill. Looks like there is a lot of conflict on this part right here. Good harassment, getting Vladimir down a quarter of his health, but he could recover that really easy with that health potion and his transfusion. Now, it looks like there was a conflict, quote-unquote. It looks like, does he get it? Yep. Karthus does pick off Graves after that team fight. Good strategy there. I think I've been using conflict way too much on this, trying to sound sophisticated, but it does not work. Trying my best here. This is my first time shoutcasting and putting it up on YouTube, so hopefully I can get some good constructive criticism. Looks like they are going to be taking out Dragon here, but it looks like Alistair's going to try to pick it up, but he knows that it's probably going to be a futile 4-on-1 fight. Tarek does get the stun just in case. Oriana's sitting here in that part of the shield, and she looks like they might be able to steal it from them, and he does take out Corki with that. Will they be able to take it off? Looks like that it was the purple tam. They did get it off. Oriana is trying to escape before she can, but they have too much stuns on the enemy team. Looks like, Oriana is picked off, but so is Tarek. Can Alistair get out of there? He does get a flash, but so does Shaco. With Shaco's passive dealing the extra damage, but it looks like Graves and Leona are there to save the day, looks like they might be able to pick up both Shaco and Karthus. But is Karthus able to get away? No, he is not. Leona is picking at him slowly up, and he goes down. Teamfight went very, very blue heavy on that one, which was a good thing. They only lost a few creatures, but they were able to get the majority of the enemy team. Looks like Vladimir is killed again at the bottom of the tower. It looks like Swain is going to try to push it as much as he can. Risking it a bit, trying not to get any aggro from the tower. He almost did and lost his own life, unfortunately. But a good play on Vladimir's part. It is tied up 7-7, with the purple team only having 700 more gold against them. Looks like Corki and Graves are both going to be farming at the bottom lane. Tarek back up to support, giving a little bit of advantage, but so is Leona. The blue team on the bottom here both have a red buff and a blue buff, respectively, and it looks like they might have a small advantage here if they can get a good gank off, but Tarek is doing a nice job of warding most of the area. Leona looks like she's going to go very aggressive against the Tarek, which is a strange play on that part. Probably trying to draw out that Corki. It looks like Corki, though, is going to be able to take out both of them with the help of Tarek. Bad play on Leona's part. She did not have any advantage besides the buffs, and she went in too aggressively, and Graves probably not knowing what to do on that part. Swain and Tarek both, Swain and Vladimir, I should say, farming up top, both very, very aggressive. And it looks like Karthus and Shaco are going to try to get Oriana, but it looks like with her shield she's able to back up near her turret, but them dealing a good amount of damage and pushing her back. Swain again going after Vladimir. He's going very aggressive against him. Vladimir having 70 kills and Swain having 92, and it looks like, alright, looks like they're going to have another fight right down here. Shaco is going to try to cut her off, but it looks like it is futile, just putting a box down, putting that fear just to get a little bit of a different move on her, as I should say. Looks like bottom lane is both backing up because of Alistair, but it looks like Corki's going to cancel it just to be safe. Shaco's hiding quite oddly inside of their jungle, trying to get a good way to escape, but Oriana is keeping him trapped in there, hoping that someone might be able to cut him off. Looks like no one's able to, and he's able to get back into home territory. Leona is heading back down to Graves at the bottom lane. Looks like he's going to be taking out golems on their side, and Swain still farming a lot harder than Vladimir up in this lane, with him at 101 creep score and Vladimir at 78. Looks like Oriana is going for the blue without the help of Alistair there on that one. It looks like Swain is still highly aggressively attacking that Vladimir. If Swain could pull it off quite nicely with a bunch of things he could be able to take him out. It looks like Oriana is coming from the behind, but because of the ward, Swain saw it coming.
Gems are truly outrageous.
Now with the buffs reversed, Tarek having red and Corki having blue buff, looks like they do have the advantage in bottom lane. Now looks like Swain's going all in for another assault here. Takes out a good amount of his health, looks like almost half. Swain backing up a bit, seeing Alistair coming from the middle of that river. Alistair is heading his way towards middle lane. Karthus does not look like he has any wards on the bottom lane, which is a disadvantage, but so does Oriana. Looks like Swain could pick up Vladimir if he can get off that last hit, but Vladimir once again escapes really close to death. Is Swain able to finally finish off that tower, though, without Alistair coming out from behind? Highly doubtful because he does have that ward, and he's going to be backing off quite early. Looks like Shaco is going to help out Swain, which is a very, very smart move. Keep that harassment, and most likely getting that tower down, and having another Wanderer on the purple team. Looks like they are going to be able to take Alistair out with the help of Karthus, and of course Shaco gets it. Now Shaco is backing up instead of helping out take out that tower and being able to escape. It looks like he's going to be coming back for that though. Alright, now with that, it looks like Swain might either farm up top or wander and help get some extra kills for both middle and bottom lane. Now Oriana is going more aggressive in this middle lane against Karthus here, but Karthus is easily able to clean up as much kills as he can in that. In this War of Attrition, though, it looks like Oriana has a lot more creep score against Karthus, Oriana being at 156 and Karthus being at 115, so she is a bit more farmed than him, even though Karthus is 2-2 and Oriana is 0-1. Alright, looks like Tarek and Corki going in for a cure against Oriana. It looks like they may be able to get it. She does not have any health even with the turret, and they pull it off. But it looks like Alistair and Leona are going to be there. It looks like Corki is going to be done for with Tarek escaping. It is sometimes the disadvantage of being in that part of the jungle at that right time. Looks like three of them are going to be galloping up middle, trying to take down that middle tower, while bottom lane still is just trying to push up, getting that bottom turret down from purple. Like Swain and Vladimir going at it again. Vladimir has not had very well luck against this Swain, but he's still keeping at it. Looks like Alex is going to be knocking out the 1v3 on that turret. But it looks like with the help of Flash that Tarek is going to be getting out of there alive, and so is Alistair. Looks like Swain and Vladimir going at it again. Vladimir not being able to escape nearly as close this time. Can he pick up the kill? And he does. Another kill for Swain. That is his third one this game and 0 deaths. Huge fight going on in middle. Looks like they're able to take out that turret for the blue team. But blue team does take out Karthus. Tarek is trying to run away as best he can, and looks like he might be able to with a quick juke right there. He is not going to go up to that corner. He's going to be stunning Oriana. Leona does get the lunge on him, but Corki might be able to save him last minute. Unfortunately, he does not. Now it's a 3v1 against Corki. He's probably going to be retreating back to that second turret up left. Very good play by the blue team. Now they're going to have the advantage and taking out that dragon without any opposition. Looks like Corki is going to go back in against Leona. Leona doing a good job of keeping him far away from dragon as she can. Well, they pick it up, and it looks like he does get her from over the hill with that true damage. True damage being, of course, very nice against both Leona and this Alistair in this game, because he's able to get past that defenses and have that slight advantage against two tanks. Shaco farming up in middle as Swain is heading to what looks like cut off that Graves. Vladimir farming up, trying to keep up with that Swain from earlier in the game. But it looks like Swain has a little bit of advantage left, but he can keep farming. Looks like Swain is going to go after Graves on the... Swain is going to back off on there a bit, not knowing what's going to happen. Now here comes Alistair against the Shaco. Very, very hard to see what happens, but Karthus with his ultimate able to give that advantage to Shaco and picking up that extra damage from attacking from behind. Looks like with the exhaust he will be able to pick it up. Oh, with the health. Oh, and Oriana comes to save him. Can Shaco get out of there before it's too late? But it looks like with the buff, no, he does not. Alistair does pick up the kill against Shaco. Vladimir harassing the top tower pretty nicely and no one able to defend it. Very, very good move on Vladimir's part. He might be able to take this out, but it looks like Karthus is coming up from the left side. Gonna be able to pick up against him. We'll see what happens here. Karthus does get the wall off on him, and with that AoE sitting there, looks like he's going to be able to defend the tower for now, but Vladimir's not going to give up yet. Taking some damage by that tower, but not enough to deal any significant amount. Looks like Swain here is going to try to get his revenge on Vladimir, taking out as many creeps as he can. Swain's going to sneak up from behind. Karthus is going to bait him out a bit, and it looks like they're going to cut him off. It does not look like Vladimir's going to be taken out alive, but Vladimir does get a good enough opposition. Might be able to take out the Karthus with his ultimate. Let's see what happens here. And it looks like he does get the Karthus in the end with his ultimate. Swain, a good amount of health, kind of backs up from the bushes, knowing that they are going to be going after the blue buff on the blue side. Swain is going to still attempt to farm, not knowing what's going to happen. He's going to probably back off, knowing that they are in that general area of the jungle. But it looks like he's going to kind of have some balls on him, and it looks like he is going to be jumped by Alistar and Orianna. Maybe being able to take out Orianna in this situation. Looks like he's going to pick her off, but unfortunately he's going to be taken out by... Oh, looks like... Yeah, he's not able to get away from that. Alistar on that. Corgi looks like he's picking up a kill on the bottom against Leona, and they have free farm again at the bottom. Maybe be able to take out that last turret right down here. It is 13-16, 16 in the lead of the purple team, having a good 31-29 score as well, having 3 turrets down. Probably right now the most MVP is the Swain with the 5-1 score with 2 assists, most likely coming from Karthus. Is his ceiling? Probably not. I have not seen anything of that. Looks like Shaka's going to be engaging Vladimir here. Vladimir's backing off a bit, but still harassing, keeping his health up. It looks like Shaco may be able to take him out onto the tower, but he does not want to risk it, knowing that there are some people coming back from base. Tarek and Corki are still attacking that tower, getting it out before a good amount of enemies coming up. Alistar trying to cut him off from the side. He might be able to catch up with Corki. He's going to catch up with Corki, knocking him back, but Tarek is going to get a stun off. Surprisingly on Graves, they're going to try to turn this fight around, but the stun from Leona is going to probably slow him down, separating him. But it looks like Shaco here is going to be picking up what looks like Alistar. Karthus' ult, cleaning up a couple of kills and giving the advantage to purple team. It's 13-19 purple side now. Looks like all 5 are going to try to gauntlet down to the bottom lane, taking out that tower. But Orianna and Vladimir are going to try to keep him off as long as they can. Vladimir in the jungle, getting a good ult off. Might be able to pick up a couple of them, but it looks like it's only a 1-for-1. Orianna is still trying to guard that bottom, but as we know, with this team composition and how heavy Swain has been fed, Swain could jump onto that tower at any moment and take out that Orianna. But Orianna ults, taking out Swain, and it looks like Karthus as well. She gets a 2-for-1 on that, but dying unfortunately to herself. But a good play, keeping that part of that lane very, very secure, keeping that tower up for this point in time. Tarek still looks like he's going to be taking some jungle as he retreats, knowing that they are going to try to get out his blood. 2k advantage, I'm trying to find the words for that, for purple team. And it looks like a lot of their builds are coming together. Corki having his attack speed boots, an infinite edge, 2 Duran's blades, his zeal, and his crit cloak. Tarek's going for an oracle there, trying to take out as many wards as he can, it looks like. It looks like blue team does steal the purple team's blue buff without them knowing. Corki checking just in case, but not knowing what just happened. Vladimir is trying to catch up on kills here, and it looks like he does surpass by a bit Swain in the laning farm. But at this point, farm isn't as important as kills, which Swain is 6-2 and Vladimir is 2-6. A lot of the kills on the blue team is coming from their Alistar and Orianna, with Alistar getting quite a few good ganks off, but their AD carry is 1-4, which is a huge disadvantage. Most of the kills on the purple team comes from Corki and Shaco, as well as Swain having a very good displacement of kills, almost rivaling the amount on Alistar. And that is a good thing that more people are farmed than one individual, because one individual cannot always carry a team, especially in a ranked game like this. It looks like they are amassing what looks to be on bottom and middle, trying to defend as many towers as they can. Shaco looks like he's going to free farm up top with any opposition. and they're going to try to take Dragon for the purple team. Blue team coming out from the side, but it looks like he's outsmarted by the Swain, and it might come into the advantage of taking Alistair's blue and red buff. It looks like all 5 of them there at the bottom, cutting them off, trying their best to take out what looks like as many characters as he can. Tarek splits off from the rest of the team, and Vladimir takes out both Tarek and Swain, and Karthus is trying to run for the best he can. Great play on that move by blue team, cutting him off, letting him the dragon, but getting another person here under their tower by Oriana and Graves. Karthus is going to hit his ultimate, but will it be enough? No, it is not. Shaco is unopposed attacking this blue tower, but it looks like Alistair may be able to cut him off at the last minute, getting almost all his health down, but it looks like here comes Alistair. He's just going to escape using his invisibility. Alistair is guarding both entrances of the jungle and the jungle, which was a nice positioning move on his part. It looks like Shaco is outrunning Alistair, Alistair being a little bit slower than Shaco. He does put a box down, but is it enough to fear him? It is, and Shaco gets away with a clean sweep. Everybody's reconfiguring right after that team battle at bottom. Blue team catching up in kills. It is 20-22, and it looks like they're still behind on gold with only 37-40 blue team in the lead. Blue still does not have any towers on the enemy team. It looks like none of them are very, very low. Top being the closest, but no one really being aggressive on that point. Purple team looks like they are amassing in middle lane, either planning to go for Baron or just going to be harassing middle lane, trying to draw out as many people as they can. Vlad looking for a little bit of revenge against Swain, because Swain did get his upper hand on Vladimir. Looks like there might be a team fight starting here. Purple team playing a little bit more defensive as the creeps amass against the halfway destroyed turret. But it looks like they are not able to get any more damage on the purple team, as they are going to back it off. Good move trying to get a little bit more harassment. Swain looks like he's going to be keeping his middle cool down. I have no idea what that means on this part. It just kind of popped out. Looks like there is a fight in the brushes down here. Alistair getting pushed away. Then their sights turn to Leona and Oriana. Leona is backing off away as Vladimir is going to get snared and a double kill amassed. Alistair's trying to skip the best can, but Tarek holding him off so Corky can get that triple kill. Nice play on that. Looks like they're going to go for an aggressive strategy. Looks like the blue minions are able to take the top, so it is 3-1 at this point. But it looks like another one is going to be taken out by the purple team in this middle thing. This is a very, very close game on this part, 20-26. And it looks like a 4K lead on gold now. And it looks like they are going to risk it and go for that middle turret on the platform. It looks like they are going to take it out without any opposition from Graves and Leona. At this point, they're able to turn this around and most likely take out the 2 opposing players. Karthus will pick up a bit of damage on the enemy team as they fight next to the bottom inhibitor. Swain getting knocked up and unfortunately being killed. Leona's going to run away. Leona's running away. The ball confuses me. Very, very good push on that, making it 5-1 on tower kills. Tarek trying to escape, but it looks like he is going to get headbutted. Corky, unfortunately, just going to try to get the red buff and run, knowing that Tarek is unfortunately a loss. Looks like the blue team will try to attempt the Baron, while purple team is going to try to get that Corky out of there. Now, at this point, it looks like they're going to try to go for middle tower again, but Corky is at enough health where he's going to probably be able to defend it. But it looks like Alistair comes out from the left and annihilates the Corky under the tower, and they will be able to take this middle tower, making it 2-5. Now the purple team will try to take the advantage and get that Baron Nashor buff, but it is warded by both teams, so knowing Shaco, he might be able to get that last minute save in there. Looks like Karthus is going to go for blue buff. Looks like he's just going to take out that turret, not even letting a flinch, knowing that Baron's going up there. Let's check on the score here. Looks like Baron is almost dead. Shaco going to try to get in there for that last hit. And it looks like the blue team does pick it up. This might turn the tide for the blue team, hopefully getting the win for them. Or at least tying up the towers. Now it is 45-46. killing Baron Nashor increase their chances of tying this game. Looks like everybody's going to base, refresh, and try to go for the offensive again, while Shaco and Tarek are going to try to take the middle lane and clear as much of the enemy jungle as they can. Swain up top, farming a bit more, trying to catch up with Vladimir, who surpassed him a little while ago. Now this Alistar is still the star of the show, getting 10 and 4, getting a lot of the good control and getting the kills in most of the game. Very interesting to see such a well-played Alistar in a ranked game, especially him being jungle. I rarely see a jungled Alistar, and this is a good surprise on my part. Looks like they do see the Swain, but it looks like Alistar's going to go for the chase, but it looks like he is snared and cut off. Tarek Karthus and Corki in the middle trying to defend that turret. Well, it is 5 versus 3. Swain coming up from the top in that bush right there, but Orianna guarding it with her ball. Looks like they are going to be able to get this turret down without any opposition. Yep, with a good heal on that part. They're actually going to probably be able to take out Swain and Corki. And from what it looks like, they do take out Corki, but he does have Guardian Angel. So unfortunately, there's no kills on this part. But Tarek actually gets a kill off Orianna, which is a strange thing I did not see. Most likely his son got gone awry. And it looks like they are going to get him up in this bush right down here. Oh, Corki is down by Alistar, and so is Karthus. Tarek trying to get away the best he can, but it looks like he's going to be cut off by Vladimir and Alistar. He's going to try to run up here, but Alistar gets the headbutt off. Looks like with Swain's help, he might be able to escape, but at this point, nope. Tarek is going to be killed at the tower, and so is that Graves. Graves is killed. Oh, looks like Leona barely escaped getting that Swain kill. That Baron Nashor buff helping out tremendously, getting a good offensive attack, taking 4 out of 5, and catching up in kills, only 3 down and 3 to 6 on towers. Vladimir getting his needlessly large staff. Looks like he is going to be a force to reckon with, because Vladimir late game potentially has to be very powerful or very poorly made. But it looks like on kills, the enemy team is catching up, with Orianna having 6 and 6 and 14 to 4 on Alistar. Looks like Shaco there is getting the red buff, and Orianna is defending the bottom tower that was being pushed by the minions. An interesting fact, if you did not know while we're waiting for some action to actually happen, is if you leave the game on with minions attacking each other, one team will eventually win. So that is a nice thing to know, especially in-game, is that your minions can make or break the game for you. Now for trivia time, it looks like Corki and Karthus are going to be able to take Dragon with Tarek guarding him from up top from any potential ganks. Shaco looks like he's going to be chased by Alistar, but able to use his doppelganger to soak up that stun and keeping him alive. The hallucination is harassing him quite well, but they kill him off. They're trying to back it off here a bit. The purple team gathering together in middle lane as the blue team kind of soaks up what jungle they can and ward that corner area. Good play on that part. Looks like they're going to force him back to the turret there. It looks like they do get a good snare off, but ooh, barely missing is Vladimir's ult on Tarek. Looks like, ooh, Vladimir does pick off Karthus and Swain on that part, but Karthus is going to pick off his ult. Looks like they do get Leona and Graves, but Orianna does take out Tarek. Looks like Corki and Shaco are all alone to defend themselves, but they're very low. And Orianna and Alistar and Vladimir, I didn't notice them, look like they're going to chase that Corki. Very bad. Not a good play. They should have just been able to take out that turret right down there and get a good amount of kills instead. Looks like Shaco with his Guardian Angel is going to go on the offensive against the Orianna. Not a good play because he is going to be picked off by that very healthy and very fed Alistar. Looks like they're almost tied up on gold here, and it looks like they're going to be taking out that center turret, so they're going to be tied in the middle. Let's see if they are able to get that inhibitor and to get the super minion and turn the tide of battle in blue's favor. Now, personally, I've always had some sort of bias against the purple team in this game, seeing as they had the early lead. But it looks like the inhibitor is down. Looks like the minions are going to be trying to take out the bottom turret the best they can, having a huge swarm of them, and no one able to pick them up. So if an enemy champion from the blue team does try to take out that blue turret, they're going to have a good amount of farm to get as well. It looks like Karthus and Corki are going to get some easy gold on that bottom part, as Karthus is instead going to be taking out the blue buff and Corgi taking out the minions. Tarek is defending the top turret, it looks like. The blue team staying a bit defensively, knowing that they did get an inhibitor out. They're not going to go in for another attack without a good amount of advantage, since Baron Nashor did wear off. That is very close in kills and in farm here, but it looks like purple team still has a slight advantage with 2 tower kills, a 500 gold boost, and 2 more kills than them. But anything can change at this point. Looks like the purple team is backing off, seeing that the blue team is approaching the middle lane again, trying to go for that middle kill strategy there. Shaco is farming up top instead of defending, but it looks like Vladimir and Orion are going to try to cut him off. But at this point, he's going to be able to base. Oh, looks like he's deciding not to. Might be his downfall, as Vladimir's going to come up from behind.
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Another purple turret's killed at the bottom by the minions, all by themselves. Good for you, minions. MVPs of this fight, it looks like. Just kidding, taking out 2 of the 5 turrets. Looks like Shaco is going to be engaging Vladimir. Vladimir having the man on him. Getting out his ultimate with... Looks like the Shaco does not have Nemo Plague on him. His little ultimate there, not tricking Vladimir for a second. Will he be able to escape Vladimir? Vladimir escaping what looks like the fear, and using that hourglass to protect himself from Karthus' ult is a good thing. But it becomes a 5-on-1 really quick, and it looks like the enemy team is going to be popping up, cleaning house. Blue team taking out Corki, which has his Guardian Angel, which is no problem for Oriana. And it looks like they're just picking off everything like it's no problem at all. Swain just getting destroyed 3-on-1. And it looks like Tarek is going to try to take on Vladimir, taking him out. But he's going to be cut off by Graves, who looks like will have the advantage. Oh, maybe Tarek will be able to get out of there alive. But it looks like Graves is going to be tricked by the juking. But it looks like it is no use basing, and that was not the best idea. Karthus trying to defend the middle turret as best he can, but he's just taken out in the middle by Oriana, and looks like they get the ace on that part, having free attacks at the middle turrets right down here. It looks like they could clinch up this game, having the closest person coming out is the Shaco, and it looks like blue team can and will in fact take this game. Even despite having such a huge disadvantage early game, they will take this game. Good game by both players. I was very, very much impressed by the way that Blue took this. Alistair being the MVP and Oriana taking that late game kills.
Victory!
Great gameplay by both players, and it looks like a very, very good game at 48 minutes. Very, very close, but everything taken advantage by Blue team. This has been Water Elemental with Shoutcasting. Hopefully we can do more of these in the future. This is just an experiment. Let me know if you want to check it out. Leave us a comment down below if you want to see more, or if I want to shoutcasting your games, leave a comment below.